Everybody thinks Stefanski hates the kid.
What you can do, and yesterday you mentioned that you're going to stick with Dillion going forward. When you talk about looking at every single thing, why wouldn't you, just to see if it does anything to the offense, give him an opportunity to go in there and play?
Yeah, obviously my focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus.
I don't think he likes Shedeur. I still think he likes him. Well, Coach, you guys are getting your ass kicked. You don't put your backups in? That's not my focus right now. Like, I don't think he likes the kid.
Yeah. So I don't give what you said right after the game. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to have this meeting on Monday, and shit, maybe he come down, put his foot down, put him in right now. On Wednesday practice, I want Shedeur in there right now.
Do you even want him to play? Knowing that Stefanski has this beef with him, knowing that there's some tension in the front office, are they even going to set him up for success? Or is there a potential that they just set him up for failure when they do?
Yeah, I don't play that game. If you get on the field, get on the field. I don't care what nobody talking about. Get on the field and show how good you really are. Kevin can't control everything. This is God's plan. So you let Shedeur go in there and play, and you want to call some bull crap plays from all that, he's a talented player. Yeah. He's going to showcase it.
Right. That's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
You can't hold a strong black man down, baby.
Hey, look, I'm just tired of put Shedeur in, man. They don't seem as interested in putting Shedeur in as we're interested in seeing him.
We were hopeful that he'd be able to move around well enough to suit up on Sunday, but put him through a pregame warm-up, and obviously just didn't feel like he was ready to play.
So he had to deal with a back injury. Well, how you hurt it? Well, he just standing on the sideline, so I could get why his back was tight.
Hold on. How he have a back surgery, but he was out there throwing balls in pregame?
So they announce on game day that Shedeur has a quote-unquote back injury, yet he did go out to warm up. They watched him warm up, and they disqualified him because he's got a back injury. I don't trust it for 1 second.
I'm just saying that's what they said. They said,
look, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with him. The same way there ain't nothing wrong with JJ McCarthy. There's nothing wrong with him. This is just the game that they do play. If you understand the game and understand what they will do and what they will report, knowing that there's nothing wrong with you to cover their you-know-what, and get us on the outside to shut up. But listen, I played the game. I understand some of the things that you will do when you don't really want a person to actually be in the game and to contribute. You don't want to look wrong. You don't want to be wrong in the decisions that you've made. Of course you're not going to play him because you know he probably will go in there and succeed. Shedeur Sanders works and operates very well in a chaotic environment.
Therefore, there is no question about it at all. No offense intended, but that line was not a Division I line. So if you watch Sanders perform behind that offensive line in Colorado, you will understand precisely what Uzingo is talking about. That was not a one-line, Power 5 football division. Now allow me to state that. Although things have improved since then, you can see what Colorado is currently facing. The main reason Colorado is where it is today is because of Shedeur Sanders. Colorado would be a ranked football club today if Shedeur Sanders were playing for them with that newly enhanced offensive line. Without a question, that was Shedeur Sanders' influence. Therefore, I'm confident that Shedeur Sanders will be given the chance to make his NFL debut. However, I recently learned of this, so I'm not entirely certain it will be with the Cleveland Browns. I recently learned that all of Dillon Gabriel's coaches share an agent with Kevin Stefanski. The fact that Kevin Stefanski happened to leap up and grab Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd round when no one had him going not even in the 5th is just a crazy coincidence. So the connection is now evident. The reason Shedeur Sanders isn't participating in the game is now clear. We can now understand why Dillon Gabriel was given every chance to earn first-team positions at training camp and OTAs, despite the fact that we were informed that the competition would be fair. We see the actual thing now. Dillon Gabriel's presence is now evident. We can see why his favorite is Dillon Gabriel.
There's no competition right now.
Right.
You go to the next man, bro. Any other situation, you play like that for 4 games straight, our defense is this good, our run game is this good.
Last year had 5 sacks.
Bro, any other quarterback is out of there, bro. So, shit weird, man.
Well, it just shows how much they hate Shedeur. Like, you take, Coach, would you not take the time, let's say you got a quarterback decision coming up, you have a bye week, you have the Jets, you get blown out. Are you going in there and saying Dillon Gabriel is your guy moving forward? I got to understand why everybody thinks Stefanski hates the kid. Why is that?
Clear as day.
Because it's clear as day. He wouldn't.
This guy's been coach of the year twice.
and he wants to win as bad as anybody else. If there was clear and evident to everybody in the building that Shedeur Sanders was better than Dillon Gabriel, better than Bailey Zappi, Shedeur would be playing. I just don't know if it's that clear. Maybe he hasn't done enough.
Well, we don't know.
I know.
Stefanski's been saying Shedeur's doing everything right. He's in there grinding. He's preparing. But Stefanski won't give him a shot.
Fuck practice. Practice is one thing.
Are the players coming out saying we want Shedeur? Has anybody said that? Anybody?
Shit, Myles Garrett
Myles Garrett made a statement yesterday.
He might as well said it.
Then yeah, I think they should play Shedeur.
When it comes to Shedeur, like, he gets serious. I was tripping for a little bit, so I said, let me watch his other interviews. And his other interviews about other questions about other players, it don't be like that. And I'm trying to think, okay, so you got a rookie quarterback, right? That everybody keeps talking about. If you don't think the brother's that good, let him go out there and show it. And then they'll shut everybody up. Ain't like y'all going nowhere. The Browns ain't about to play for no real games, no real Super Bowls, no playoffs. But I think he's scared that if Shedeur goes out there and looks good, he might not look like he know what he's doing. Because why you been ain't play this young quarterback?
That's a good point.
Why'd you tank the entire season?
This is a really good point, because at this point now, if Stefanski goes out there, like Shady just said, say Shedeur starts balling, say the Browns start actually winning a couple games, now Stefanski, you got to get fired. Because imagine a world where your quarterback is better than you. Imagine a world where your quarterback is more desired than you. The fan base already gravitates towards Shedeur Sanders. The world gravitates towards Shedeur Sanders. Does he have his haters? Absolutely. But jersey sales gravitate towards Shedeur Sanders. There's not a world now where Shedeur can go ball and Kevin Stefanski can continue to be the coach. Because if I'm Shedeur and I start balling, hell nah, I don't want this dude as my coach. Because he didn't believe in me in the first place. And how can Kevin Stefanski now, Shady, try to turn his tune and act like he's a Shedeur supporter? The cat's already out the bag. We know Stefanski's not a Shedeur supporter. So I think Shady's to some degree right. Like, Kevin Stefanski can't afford to play Shedeur, because what if Shedeur plays well? And that's the craziest part of it all. If Shedeur plays well, Stefanski, you look dumb. So you better off keeping him on the bench. You better off riding it out with Dillon Gabriel. You better off seeing if Dillon Gabriel can get hot and then seeing what you can do. But it's just a fascinating turn to me. It's a fascinating turn to me, Care Bear.
Thus, Shady was spot on regarding this. And I've been preaching this since after the draft, hoping I was mistaken. But if Dillon Gabriel was Kevin Stefanski's guy, there's no reason he would want Shedeur Sanders to succeed. In the third round, it was he who leapt forward to seize Dillon Gabriel. He's already on thin ice too. His ability to teach up quarterbacks has already been questioned. Therefore, he is tossing the equipment managers out if Dillon Gabriel fails, flops, or is a dud and substitutes Shedeur Sanders, and Shedeur Sanders alone without receiving first-team reps, or at least a lot of first-team repetitions. No OTAs with the first team, and no practice with the first team. Additionally, if Shedeur Sanders enters the game and lights it up, and you decide not to play him, you end up playing Joe Flacco, who is 40 years old. Despite having a first-round pick right there, you decided to go with Dillon Gabriel, a quarterback who many believed would be a lifetime backup. That is Kevin Stefanski's worst-case situation, and for the NFL as a whole, not just Kev Stefanski, the NFL as a whole and the draft procedure as a whole would be indicted. This means that many people, not only Kevin Stefanski, have a lot riding on it. However, these are my opinions. As is customary, let's continue that discussion down below. And please make sure you press the like button for me once if you haven't already. Peace and turmoil, as usual.